See, this eWorld forum is a good platform where people are coming from different sectors and sharing their experience. And what I found that the inputs are really very good. The learnings are also very good, and there's a lot of exchange of ideas. And that's beneficial for the overall growth of ICT and a positive impact on development, because a lot of people are going to take back things home and maybe experiment with that, and so that's very important.
Sir, India has 1.2 billion population and 40% in Indian population is below poverty line. So how do you see the role of ICT as an universal equalizer in India like nation?
Well, ICT has actually multiple roles to play. On one hand, if you see, it plays the role of a regulator, where we have automated, transparent, accountable systems through which the public gets the benefit that is due to them, uh, and all the benefits of development activities reaches the target beneficiaries and the citizens. The citizen service deliveries are happening on the ground in a faster manner, efficient manner to the public. So that's one very important part of this development cycle. Now the other part is that to service such a large population, the number of doctors, the number of maybe educators, educationists, teachers that we need, we may not have. So the only way is to use ICT, and ICT must be reaching actually every village of the country.
Yes, sir. Sir, what has changed in the last decade in e-governance in India, and where do you see e-governance moving in the next decade in India?
See, the last decade actually saw the slow emergence of National E-Governance Plan as the first umbrella program of the Government of India, which was mandated over all the central governments and the state governments and all the ministries. So, that has led to a lot of cascading effect down the line, and somewhere we have ICT infrastructure and the services converging, and the biggest gain I think is going to be in terms of coming time. Already this electronic service delivery bill is in motion. So the citizens are going to be the biggest beneficiaries. The infrastructure is more or less in place, and now we need to look at the services riding on that, and the transparencies and accountabilities actually happening over that. Well, I am not actually authorized to speak on NEGP as such, but as a part of the program, I can tell you that this is one program which has positively impacted all the states. People like the citizens living in the northeastern region, in the remote areas, at least now there is a focus to provide them connectivity, there is a focus to provide them services which was not there earlier. And there is going to be positive impact on the citizen because of NEGP. So there was an infrastructure which wasn't there, and just that has been created. Well, I am an advocate of optical fiber technology, and I feel that it's time that we start taking fiber to our villages. Not because that we don't, we need a very small connectivity, but connectivity itself is a very big enabler. It's like a national highway. So whether today we are going to have a 4-lane highway or 10-lane highway, so that probably we need to decide. And that's where I think that fiber gives that option of having that mega highway put over there. And there are of course critics of that, how soon or how late you're going to reach over there, but better late than never. We need to do that. And then mobile and wireless and WiMAX, I consider them as ancillary technologies to fiber. So the fiber has to reach as far as it can go. Well, challenges are many. One major challenge is creating the infrastructure itself. The remoteness of the destinations, lack of other infrastructure, could be electricity, could be availability of uh, connectivity infrastructure in those areas, and also the other side, the major bottleneck has been training, change management, and capacity building of the stakeholders, which has taken a long time, and I think we are still nowhere near achieving a full success. So, a lot of work needs to be done on this side.
Yeah. Sir, according to you, what should be the ideal roadmap to evolve e-governance in India?
Well, it's a difficult question. Uh, I think the first and foremost is that we need the infrastructure, we need the enabling technologies, and we need a lot of content, a lot of services, and automation uh, in the government sector, and we should move to the public sector and maybe the other sectors of the economy, the skill development of the people, the students, things like that.
Yeah. Sir, if we talk about governance in India, so what are your views on the inclusion of mobile technology in the governance systems delivery models?
Governance is going to stay, definitely, because it's the, I think, the fastest access channel to the citizen. A lot of applications are being rolled out, and it's going to be a main part of any e-governance rollout. Well, the rollout numbers are very small as of now, but if you look at a small situation, say for example, look at a remote village, he doesn't have a bank account, he does not have somewhere to look for his crop insurance or his life insurance or his property insurance, and these services are not reached those areas. So, definitely there is going to be a lot of enablers through ICT, where the financial inclusion and what we call social inclusion and social security is going to be a part of it, and that's the way ahead. Again, it took a lot of time to put a regulatory framework, which the government of India and the RBI have done a good job of it. Now the onus is on people like us who are implementing the project on the ground, on the banks, tie-ups with the banks, and to take the business correspondence services to the rural areas. It's already started happening. So at least, but the numbers are very few. Like we have the numbers in the hundreds. We have to take it to the thousands. They can do making use of GIS and satellite images and the overall topography of his farm area, and there could be actually sensor based technologies for assessment of crop productivity, for assessment of disease, and of course the basic thing is how, after having done all that, the farmer needs information, farmer needs solutions, he needs to consult experts. So all that, actually you can't have as many agriculture engineers as we want. Every village we cannot put one agriculture engineer. So that is also going to happen only through ICT. So the ICT is the vehicle which is going to actually bring the farmer close to the technical assistance, closer his home rather. Well, these kinds of concepts are happening. A lot of things have happened in the West. In India, we have been a late starter, and now this potential actually in our country is very large, and we are looking at from the point of view of whether actually we are going to have a good amount of employment generation, how to reaching out people in the large numbers, because we have a large number of unreached population. So definitely it has a good role to play. Yes, of course, the programs which are under NEGP are already happening in the state. Some of them are in advanced stage, the e-district program, which is successfully demonstrated in 2 districts, is now going to be rolled out across the state. So that's going to be one major application which is going to touch the citizen. Number 2 is that the government of Assam has taken a big program of what we call the Secretariat Less Paper Office, an online portal, which is going to actually make governance seamlessly available to the public. And thirdly, a lot of departments, actually we are on the process of formulating a regulation by which each department needs to earmark a certain amount of fund for ICT and also give a time frame by which they are going to provide the services to the citizens and other stakeholders. So the overall time frame is 5 years, in which they must identify the services and then allot adequate funds and actually roll out those services. So these are some of the steps which the state government is taking.
Yeah. So what are your future plans?
Well, there are many plans. One is how to improve connectivity in the state, and we are taking several steps. We have done a lot of experiments on connectivity through optical fiber wireless. We are also trying to work out how we can bring the Cox's Bazar CME-V4 international gateway to Guwahati, so that we have one major redundant link for the region. We are also trying to reach out, especially in agricultural sector and skill development in the IT sector. Re-engineering is actually important component.
Because there is huge digital divide in India.
Yeah, re-engineering is actually a compulsory component of the entire delivery process. The moment you input ICT into the system, you have to re-engineer a lot of your systems, your processes, and if they are not re-engineered, probably you may land up just copying the age-old system, which may not be efficient, which may not be able to deliver the goods the way the technology would have given. So there is no other option but to re-engineer, because the basic idea is how we can actually facilitate accountable, transparent and efficient governance through ICT.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thanks, boss.